Seeing Horace prosper in the year 2017 would sound absolutely surreal to me 10 years ago. Hearing their debut record Strange House, reading all the articles, and people say that they won't last, and ironically messing up with their skinny jeans, gothic voice, very 2007 obsessed fangirls. But yeah, here we go. I don't have any idea if that fan base is still around. And I am actually interested to know what do they think about this brand new album, V or Fifths or Five, or their Horace Fifths studio album. The band and the frontman of the band, Ferris, might be an inside joke on our channel, but all jokes aside, this album is one of this fall's best, and maybe even a strong album of the year contestant. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that the Horace are not only tenacious, but also so versatile? They are a shapeshifter collective without rather any shocking transformations up in their band history. From album to album, they managed to communicate with their audience successfully, building up their own signature sound. I do remember their gothic punk days, some kraut rock, post-punk, shoegaze, arrival of psychedelia to their palettes, and finally dream pop and a lot of pop in general. Their new album feels like a triumph of all those adventures. It feels deliberately structured, and every note and every detail of it, them not resting, not sleeping to perfect the album, those 10 tracks, but equally it feels very lightweight, as in they're masters of that sound and it already comes very natural to them. I also really enjoy, and I'm really happy for the band for how they balance the accessibility of the sound on this release. It's still not your average pop, it's an alternative pop record, but it has a lot of even radio-friendly moments on it, which I think is amazing. I do believe we need more music like this. We need more bands who sound like this, who are able to adjust their sound to a certain level of likability of sort. V or Fifths does a great job at that. I can easily imagine different people of different music listening backgrounds jamming to half of the tracks on this album, hearing them playing from some big radio station. The Horace already have this huge name and long history. In terms of the sound and more of a technical side of alternative pop bangers, they've brought up the amazing Paul Epworth, who graphically helped them to combine all the best things and put it together under this weird looking cover art. About that, by the way, I'm not sure if the whole Jazzy Kanda controversy helped to promote that album. That'd be kind of cool in a way. But I like Kanda and what he does for Arca. I like this cover, the Horace cover, and all the single covers too. Yes, they do look a bit similar stylistically. And also, yes, Kanda wasn't really the OG of that style or anything like that. Finally, and most importantly, when I listen to Arca and look at Kanda's art, it fits perfectly. It's an amazing example of a collaboration which coincides within each other. But the cover arts for V, they're great, I love them, but it's complete opposite. The album does not sound like the cover whatsoever, in my opinion. Maybe it's me, maybe it's my associations with Arca, maybe it's the whole idea behind it. Maybe you could explain it. Maybe it has to do something with, if we're talking the album cover, them changing, transforming all the time and kind of becoming one creature. The Asian style, I could think of some far future worlds, listen to some of the synth lines from there, and it does bring some neon racing night lights visuals, so it could be also it, but I don't know for sure. Generally, I do think that the content does not correspond with the visual in this case, except a few songs. So the whole controversy talk was kind of irrelevant and unnecessary. If it worked as a promo, good for the Horace, good for Jazzy Kanda as well. He's doing great, I think. What does excite me when it comes to V is, first of all, the length. Perfectly crafted 10 tracks. Very long tracks, except maybe Word Below, which in comparison sounds criminally short. I was surprised with my perception of this release because Usually I'm quite impatient when it comes to music and song length, but it's not the case with this album. I'm absolutely cool with all the tracks being quite long, building up slowly and exploding with huge instrumental breaks. This album definitely grows on you. Every track feels like a statement on its own, but at the same time not really conflicting with any other track with tracklist or coherence of this release. And I think it's this album's another strong point. The other thing that kind of adds to the whole relaxed approach, sound of the album is the vocals. Ferry's vocal skills have increased a lot since Horace's debut album. I think this is his best sounding album to date. He's experienced, he's charismatic, in key, and very casual. For example, on tracks like Press Enter to Exit. I'm still not really sure how it will translate live, as well as some pop synth sounds, which they have on most of the tracks on the album. But I think they will figure that out. I do believe they can pull it off live. Anyway, I guess you live and you learn, so yeah, good for Ferris. He sounds like a daydreaming, a sleepwalking, lost young man trying to make sense out of nightmarish reality. A lot of moments and scenes from Viv's make it sound like the Horace have a new flick, and maybe even should be renamed as Dreamers or like Space Adventurers. That'd be fun. The pop appeal of the record runs through within the structure as well, the song structure. All of the songs here follow the exact same scenario, which isn't necessarily bad, though now I do want to hear the Horace experiment more with that. Maybe trying to improvise next. Try to break the limits and see where it could get them. I think they could go Tame Impala in the next one and it will sound sick. Talking songs specifically, I do really like the cosmic grandiose beginning of Hologram and its beautiful guitar solo, plus the ending of the track is fantastic with its ambient piano melody. So good. Machine is a very big and powerful single. Very car chasing, racing, Blade Runner-ish sounding track. I definitely missed the dirty guitars. Caught myself thinking that I want more of that screeching ending. This track is one of the obvious highlights of the album. The prettiest pop on The Point of No Reply. The song with my favorite intro line, "You know you take such pride in making people feel sick." Amazing. The end of this track, by the way, shifts interestingly to this echoing maze of sounds with distant vocals hashing away like memories. I could see being a little bit petulant with some song intros, like on It's a Good Life. It's an amazing track. I do love this track a lot, but it takes time before reaching that proclaiming epic chorus. Same happens with Ghost though. I think it never really reaches the right point. This is one of the weaker tracks on there for me. Way Down is a cool ballad of sort, but I can't say that I'm that overwhelmed by it. Though I do like the break with various repetitive lyrics, and that choiry instrumental outro is kind of nice. It reminded me a little bit of Cat's Eyes, Ferry's side project, as well as in some other tracks on the album. Again, talking about combining everything they've learned through the years. The closer, Something to Remember Me By, is this year's one of this year's best singles for sure. I feel like I've already expressed my love and my devotion for this track everywhere, but yeah, it still sounds very good. And I like how the Horace kind of remixed their own selves on there. It sounds really cool. It's a really nice, dancing, fun, and beautiful track. In the year 2015, we've witnessed Ferris' failed attempt to stage dive at the Horace gig. It was pretty bad. It was pretty painful too. But now hearing that record, hearing that new sound, new energy, I think it could bring Ferris to the end of the venue and back to the stage about 3 or 4 times. Band's identity is clearly visible now. They've perfected their best distinctive elements and combined their best beats. In the end, their 5th studio album feels like a great 10th anniversary celebration. Those are the thoughts about the brand new The Horace album. What do you think about this release? Let us know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to like this video, to share this video, to subscribe to our channel to see more we have plenty of other album reviews to come very soon. We hope you're doing great and enjoying the fall season. October is already here. We have a new mixtape coming soon, so stay tuned. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook and all the other social media to find out more info about it. Shout out all the Halloween lovers, all the pumpkin spice lattes lovers, and all the post-punk music lovers, because I feel like this is a great music season, post-punk season. Be good, feel good. I hope I can reach that from here. Peace out.